It's time for Insight, an inside view of what's happening in South Jersey. Join your hosts Anthony Fanucci and Jim Quinn as QVC brings you Insight with Anthony and Jim.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul Spinelli. I'll be hosting Insight this evening. Jim's a little under the weather and could not make it. I'll have two guests tonight. One will be my wife, Josie Spinelli, who hosts an event that's coming up in Vineland. And the other one will be Sheena Santiago, who will be here soon, we hope, who is the special events coordinator for the city of Vineland. Just to start out, I'd like to thank Director Alicia, first of all. This past weekend, he had a veterans event at Landis Park, which is held every year and is very solemnly honoring our vets in the city of Vineland. This year, unfortunately, for whatever reason, there was kind of a mix-up. A lot of people thought that it was going to be on a Friday because they had the holiday. They had that day off of work. Just to get everybody for the record, we were told that when General Eisenhower made Veterans Day, it was declared by Congress that it would be the 11th month of the 11th day of the 11th hour every year. And that's when the Veterans Day event is held in the city of Vineland. So we follow those protocols, and for future knowledge, our Veterans Day will always be held like that in the near future. So it was a great event. The Vineland High School Band did a great job, as they always do. We had a great speaker. Senator Tester was there. He spoke as well. And then at the Semper Marine detachment, they had a light fare, hot dogs and sauerkraut and things of that nature for any of the vets or any of the people who wanted to go. So thank you, Director Alicia, for a great job representing the city of Vineland and helping us appreciate our veterans on Veterans Day. Tonight we're going to be talking about a lot of special events coming up. There's a lot of things going on in the very near future. The VDID, we got Thanksgiving coming up, that's first of all. And Vineland High School will be playing Millville. Millville, a very good team, just got beat by Vineland this past week in playoffs. But I think that's their second loss all year. And Vineland is 5-5, so they have a little winning streak going on. I know this coming week they play Camden East Side, so it'll be interesting because if they beat them, they'll be on a 5-game win streak and going into the Millville game. So hopefully everybody can get out. We have some decent weather for Thanksgiving, and you go out and watch Vineland High play Millville High School in football. The oldest rivalry in the state of New Jersey, and I think like second in the nation. So please try to get out and support the kids. And the Saturday after that, we have the Vineland Christmas Parade. Vineland Christmas Parade last year had about 123 people in the parade between floats and cars and organizations, whether they were schools or nonprofits or just organizations that were putting floats in. Very well attended event last year. It was great weather. It wasn't real cold. And the entire street from West Avenue all the way down to past Myrtle Street actually was pretty packed. So if you can get out this year, and again, hopefully we have good weather for it, but if you can get out for that event the Saturday after Thanksgiving, it's a super event to bring your kids to in Vineland. It's the lighting of Landis Avenue, which is always a big event in the city. Santa Claus turns the lights on. The fire company is involved in helping to do it. Our police, our public works, who do a great job in almost every event that we run. So that's coming up, and it's really big. And I think they're still taking applications for floats up until this weekend. So if you still want to get involved in the Vineland Christmas Parade, call the VDID. or go on their website, which is theavbiz.com, I think.
Yes.
And you can get all the information that you need. Or you can call there and talk to Robin or Russell, and they can give you information. And I believe that starts around 5 o'clock. So the Landis Avenue will be closed. So if you're traveling through the city, you'll have to use an alternate route. Landis Avenue and the two side streets generally are all blocked off for the event. And that usually, the blockage starts around 4 o'clock. Again, another great event. VDID actually runs it. Tons of volunteers that come out, and a lot of city workers as well volunteer their time to get it ready and to have the event move on. But then we have also Friday after Thanksgiving, the Landis Theater has Debbie Gibson coming in and giving a concert in the theater. It's almost sold out, my understanding, so if you want to get tickets, go to thelandistheater.com and you can get tickets for that event. They're relatively cheap considering that Debbie Gibson is a big name and she's just starting a nationwide tour, and she's starting it in Vineland. So that'll be a big deal, et cetera, et cetera. We just saw our other guests come in, Sheena Santiago. We'll get you in a minute. Just step up, Sheena. Sit right there where my coat is, and we'll get you on. And then the event after Thanksgiving weekend is the Old Fashioned Christmas. And the Old Fashioned Christmas is a brainchild of Josie, not Paul. Paul gets involved when he has to with it to try to get things done throughout the city, etc. So I'm going to let Josie do a little talking about that, because every year it changes a little bit, and there's a lot of things going on. But this year it is December 1st from 5 o'clock to 9, opening with the tree lighting at City Hall. This year City Hall will have fireworks, and we'll talk about that a little bit after. And then horse and buggy rides and all other kinds of things. And then Saturday it starts around noon, correct?
Yes.
And it goes to 7 o'clock, I believe. And there's a lot of events. So go ahead, Josie, it's all yours.
No, thank you. Well, I have my bells, guys, and that always reminds me of all the work I have to do for the old-fashioned Christmas. But it's coming together, and this is like a beautiful poster we have here of the event. This drawing was actually done by George Perez, and he's going to be honored at the tree lighting, because he kind of gave me this artwork, carte blanche, which is very sweet of him, very kind, very generous of him, and it's kind of been our logo ever since. So thank you so much, George, for your kindness and generosity as far as that goes. And we're also going to be honoring Jim Donovan from Channel 3 News, because he's been coming ever since it started. I emailed the gentleman about 3 years ago, and he said I had to meet this girl, and he's been coming ever since. And without question or without any kind of formality, and so we really honor him, and we're going to be honoring him as well. So that's going to be happening.
And that all happens
Friday
night at the tree lighting, which starts at 5 o'clock. So.
Right. And we're also going to have the select choir from Vineland singing at the tree lighting. And we're going to have all kinds of characters all dressed up. And we're going to have the Sorrows, Jim and Sue Sorrow, kind of doing an intro for us, like an old English introduction, which they did last year. They did a great job, so I hired them back again for this year. So we'll be looking forward to that. And through the mayor and through Miss Sheena, we're having fireworks at the end of the tree lighting, which is going to be really exciting and wonderful. And so we have to big thank you to them for that. And we've got so much. It's a jam-packed weekend. Starting Friday night, we have everything from Smokey the Bear to Photos with Santa at the theater. We have many choirs. We have Divine Mercy Choir. We have the Sweet Adelines. We've never had them before, and they're excellent. We actually have some dancers coming as well. And we're just
What are the dancers doing, Josie? What type of things are they doing?
it's a surprise.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a surprise, yes. So yes, it's a surprise. You're going to have to kind of be there to if you want to find out what's happening, come around 8 to 8:30, and you'll find out what Studio B dancers are going to be doing. We have fire pits, we have vendors, we have food vendors, we have all kinds of stuff. And I have to say, it's going to be a great night. And then on Saturday, kind of back with Pictures with Santa, Smokey the Bear, and then we've got a scavenger hunt for Saturday, and it's going to be all day long. And then we've got Santa Stroll.
What does the scavenger hunt entail?
Well,
What's going to be going on with that?
I believe what they're going to do with that is they're going to kind of try to get the merchants involved, so that the scavenger things that the kids are looking for can be found in some of the stores. And take because I'm kind of not in the know for all of that yet, but it's going to be exciting and fun, and there's going to be prizes, so you need to come out for that. And of course, we've got our carriage rides. We've got St. Nicholas Choir coming. We have so much going on. It's just jam-packed. And we've got Louis Vincent Music. He's coming on, his trio. And we have an ice carving this year. And the ice carving is going to be a snowman. So it should be really cool. So anyway, that's
all that
kind of
happens in front of the Amish market?
in front of the Amish market, yes. So it's going to be jam-packed. You got to come out. You got to check it out. Everything's free other than the pictures at the theater and whatever you buy from your vendors. But everything else is free.
The photos with Santa will be taken at the Landis Theater in the foyer. You can have your picture taken with your family, your kids, your friends,
Pets.
your pets, whatever you choose. A very nominal fee.
TNF camera.
TNF camera does it very professionally.
Great job.
And they do a great job, and you get the photo right there. They print it right out for you, so you can see what you're buying before you pay for it. So they do a great job, and they're there pretty much all day, right? On
Yes.
Saturday.
And Friday night
Friday
and Saturday day, yes.
And Saturday day.
Yep.
The fireworks will be at the end of the evening Friday night.
At the tree lighting.
Right at the tree lighting, at the end of the tree lighting. And we'll talk about that. We want to take a quick break, and then we'll talk about a little bit more, and we'll get Sheena in here as well. So we're going to pay some bills, and we hope that you appreciate the people that sponsor the show, to keep it going and support them.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Complete Care has some big news to share with you.
We're here opening more locations and offering more services every day,
including our newest locations on Pearl Street in Bridgeton and High Street in Millville.
We're here with convenient, high-quality, and accessible healthcare services all under one roof.
We're here just a call or email away.
We're here to provide compassionate care for you and your family.
We're here and we're ready when you are.
Complete Care Health Network, ready when you are.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, Vineland.
Advanced robotics, experienced physicians. When it comes to minimally invasive surgery, we don't play around.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Life puts a lot of demands on us. There's our jobs, those community and charity projects, our friends, and the demands of the family.
Happy birthday!
Birthdays and homework. The upkeep and maintenance of our homes, cars, and possessions. Maybe it's time to really weigh out the things of greater importance. Our relationship with God. Let us help you. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
It's time for Insight, an inside view of what's happening in South Jersey. Join your hosts Anthony Fanucci and Jim Quinn as QVC brings you Insight with Anthony and Jim.
Welcome back to Insight, ladies and gentlemen, on Quinn Broadcasting. I'm Paul Spinelli, again, filling in for Jim Quinn, who's not feeling well. And we've been talking about some events. Just to update you, Sheena, I talked about the Veterans event that Ed LLC ran and how good it was. And we talked a little bit about the parade and what is entailed, and that people can still, get involved if they want to, probably up to this weekend. And then Josie was talking about the old-fashioned Christmas when you came in. Just a couple things that I think I missed. Rowan College Band will be playing at the theater on Friday evening. The photos with Santa, we already mentioned, are both Friday night and Saturday all day. The numerous choruses that will be playing. A dance group will be performing as well. There are food vendors and street vendors. There are regular vendors for some other things. And I think there are a few food trucks.
There's 5 food trucks.
5 food trucks.
Wow. And we have about over 20 vendors this year.
We don't have to cook that day.
That's right.
So,
we're not cooking. And which day you said that we don't have to cook?
Both days,
Friday
and Saturday.
Friday, you'll have them both.
The first and the second.
That's right.
I'm really looking forward for the carriage ride.
Fun. It is absolutely.
Is that free?
Yes, everything's free.
Yes. That's wonderful. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
We have 2 horse and buggies on Friday night, and we just have 1 on Saturday.
And they're going to ride from where to where?
They go from the Amish market, and what they've been doing is going around 6th Street. They go by City Hall, and they just kind of come around on they go to 7th Street rather, and then come around on 6th Street and then come off. They don't want to give.
Nice.
They don't want to give real long rides because it's packed.
Wow.
They are constantly
people waiting in line.
People waiting in line. It's the longest line.
If the carriage disappear, look for me because I love horses.
So me too.
Or Rick Tonetta. Be careful with Rick Tonetta. He loves horses too.
So, but yeah, that's the big hit generally. And the trolley will be going up and down free as well, so that people can go up and down the avenue. Also, the fire pits are I think there are 4 that are going to be on the 600 block of Landis Avenue, and they have some chairs and stuff around them so that if it's a chilly night and you want to just warm your feet and your hands, you can sit there. And I can't tell you to bring spirits because you're not allowed to do that, but I don't think anybody's going to check.
Marshmallows.
But marshmallows or whatever, and you can sit by the fire pits and listen to the choir sing and stuff like that, because they are actually on both sides of the street, so you'll be able to hear the singing. There's kudos to the Boys and Girls Club who are getting involved, right? This year they're doing something.
Yes.
What I understand.
Yeah.
And also, we want to thank the PAL, the police.
Police explorers.
They come in, they get involved, they help out. In fact, one year, one of the explorers actually did some traffic stuff, and when a lady actually fell, and he helped her, doing some of her first aid and things of that nature. So
we have the Interact kids from the
high,
tech.
from the tech school.
Yeah, they're going to be participating as well.
And also, the tech built some of your houses for this year, right?
Yes, they did. They built 3 houses for me.
So you got 3 new houses for the vendors to be in, give them a little bit of protection, and so they can have their wares there on the avenue as well.
Some of their students actually made ornaments that they're going to be giving out that night.
Right.
And you're also going to have an elf movie?
Yes.
Yes.
11 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
11 to 1 at Landis Theater. It's free.
That's wonderful.
And it's also, I think I don't know how
and
many
that's
years.
Saturday, right? That's going to be
Saturday
at
yes.
11 o'clock. And at 12 to 7, you're going to have pictures with Santa?
Yes.
Yes.
From 12 in the afternoon to 7 at night?
Yes.
That's practically the whole day. So
Yes.
they can go there and take pictures with Santa. That's wonderful. And they're free?
No, you have to pay for that.
You pay for the pictures.
Nominal.
It's
like
a nominal
$7.
fee. It's like $7.
But can the people go and take a picture with their own phone?
Yeah, anybody can take a picture. Nobody stops them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's TNF camera.
But TNF cameras local, and they do a great job.
Yeah, and that's
and they
not
give you,
expensive at
and
all.
they give you like a
How much did you say it is?
It's like $7.
That's not that bad.
No,
and they give you the picture right there?
They give you the picture right there.
That's wonderful.
In a frame.
Right.
Paper frame,
Paper frame. So they do that, and
we also have the photo contest.
yes, and the photo contest, which is going on now. Actually, I think Bart is TNF is running that as well, Bart Feldman, and they just want pictures of Vineland, anything Vineland.
Well, I'm going to start taking pictures now.
And you hand that in, and it's professionally judged by photographers who do that. And prizes will be given for that as well.
Good.
And they're going to display all the pictures in the lobby of Landis Theater on Friday and Saturday. So and they'll be mounted on pixels and things of that nature. So we like to really thank Landis Theater as well, because we know they have a concert that Saturday. It's a Beatles Christmas concert. But for allowing us to use the theater, and they're all in usually on the event trying to help out. And
Ray does an exceptional job of decorating that lobby. You feel
It's
like
beautiful.
you're transformed somewhere else.
Yeah, you feel like you're in the North Pole.
It's beautiful.
So that's really well done. And Santa will be there, and we'll have Santas on the trolley or walking the avenue or whatever. So the kids will have a lot. Now is there an elf walk?
There might be an elf walk. It depends on how things are going. If Santa's too busy, it's that time of year.
Yeah, Santa's a very busy person.
And sometimes he's very busy, at the workshop and up in the North Pole and getting the packages ready.
So
and
if
all
Santa
that.
can't make the walk, we're going to
have
an elf on standby, just in case we have an elf walk. And the movie Elf, believe it or not, and Ray told me this, I can't remember the year, but it's like 20 years that Elf has been out or something like that.
So the anniversary.
And it's the anniversary date of it. So that's one of the reasons why we picked Elf for that.
That's nice.
And again, the movie's free. So you just walk in, you watch the movie. If you want to buy popcorn, you can buy it. And again, it's not that expensive, $5, whatever it is. All right, but that's the only thing that Ray really gets out of it is if a concession.
Wow.
So the town is all in on this event, and it's just become a really good event. And barring bad weather, which we're all knocking on wood that it's beautiful out.
Oh yes, I'm going to cross my fingers.
And if it is, I tell you, you can't beat it. Friday night it was electrifying last year. It didn't rain Friday. So the tree lighting and everything else, unfortunately Saturday it rained, and we had to move everything inside. And that was, we did it, got away with it, and the vendors.
It was bad. That Saturday.
It was just not you just didn't have as many people as you like to have.
Yeah, but the weather was.
It was really awful.
It was awful.
And don't forget about the mailbox.
Oh yeah, and last year we added a thing where we had Santa's mailbox. So that'll be on the corner of 6th and Landis. And myself and the guys that work for me at the church built this 6-foot-high mailbox, and we had Ralph's Body Shop laminate it and paint it. So it's painted like a car is painted, believe it or not. So it withstands weather, so it's waterproof, and it's all lit up. And the letters come to Santa, and I think this year what we're going to do is we're going to leave it up for 2 weeks.
Oh, good.
And then we're going to kind of cut it short, because last year we left it up till Christmas, and that was kind of tough to get the letters to Santa, because he was busy and so was everybody else. So I think what we're going to do is put it up for the event, leave it up maybe a week or two, and then we're going to take it down, and we'll make sure that anybody who put a letter in that has a return address on it gets a letter back from Santa Claus.
Nice.
So we have a little connection there. Santa was very good last year. I think we responded to over 150 letters.
Oh, that's really good.
So Santa was pretty good. And unfortunately, there were a lot that didn't have return addresses that Santa could not respond to. So make sure you put a return address on it. Put it in an envelope. That's the best way to do it. And put your return address if you want Santa to respond to it. Can
I touch my Barbie?
In a
event?
second, yeah. And actually, kudos to Sheena, as Josie said earlier. Sheena knew someone who does fireworks, and they're professionally done, like the stadiums do. They're fireproof. They don't set things on fire if they land on it, and things of that nature. So as the tree is lit, and the music is playing for the tree to be lit, the fireworks, I guess, would go off at that point.
Yeah, as soon as Santa Claus is going to light the tree, once Santa Claus finish lighting the tree, not lining, like I've been sending emails to people. The tree is going to get lighting in City Hall. It's lighting. And once Santa Claus does that, then right after that, there's going to be fireworks on top of City Hall.
Okay.
And that's also thanks to you and the fire department, because they have to go through a lot of paperwork,
Yes.
and it has to be approved by council.
Yes.
And I ask everybody to come the 1st and the 2nd of December to these beautiful events, because they're one of a kind. Not every city has this. In the United States, we're very unique when it comes to that. Thanks to Josie, that knows how to put this type of events together and has her heart in the right place. She loves Vineland. She loves Christmas. And that's very important. And I'm sure we all appreciate what she does.
And one of the other things that was kind of enlightening that we talked about in the past is the restaurants did very well when they stayed open. In fact, Cora stayed open and said they had the best night they had all year.
Oh, good for them.
So,
and it's about that. It's about helping business
about helping
too.
the businesses,
helping the community, helping the business, the children.
You know, we've asked the restaurants to stay open on those nights, and the ones that did actually did well. So,
good.
So that's a good thing. So, you know, if you can patronize the local businesses, we always push that. That's what the Avenue is about. And little by little, you know, things are happening on the Avenue. The cleanliness of the Avenue, thanks to our Public Works Department, has improved tremendously. And the new decorations that are put up, I know Josie just ordered wreaths for the lights on the 1 block or 2 blocks there. So they're getting put up, things of that nature. So we're trying to make it festive and just have a couple nights that you can enjoy yourself and bring your family out on the Avenue. And there will be a police presence as well, so you don't have to worry about any nonsense going on. So you will have patrolling officers walking as well as in their cars. All right, I think we're time probably for another little break here so we can pay some bills and you know, support our sponsors, and then we'll get Sheena and her events.
Thank you.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Complete Care has some big news to share with you.
We're here opening more locations and offering more services every day,
including our newest locations on Pearl Street in Bridgeton and High Street in Millville.
We're here with convenient, high quality, and accessible healthcare services all under one roof.
We're here just a call or email away.
We're here to provide compassionate care for you and your family.
We're here and we're ready when you are.
Complete Care Health Network, ready when you are.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, Vineland.
Advanced robotics, experienced physicians. When it comes to minimally invasive surgery, we don't play around.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community. Local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
It's time for Insight, an inside view of what's happening in South Jersey. Join your hosts Anthony Fanucci and Jim Quinn as QVC brings you Insight with Anthony and Jim.
But I can't answer, right?
Back in.
Huh?
Back in also. Okay. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Insight, Quinn Broadcasting. We'd like to thank some of our sponsors, the ones I remember as I'm looking at these advertisements. Mintz Insurance. You know, if you have insurance needs, please get a hold of Mr. Connor and DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home in Vineland. Always puts on a good event, if you can call it a good event.
I don't want to go to those events.
But you know, we thank them for sponsoring and helping support the things that we're doing. And we like to wish everybody a happy holiday. Who else did you say?
The restaurant.
Oh, and yes, the Queen Restaurant for hosting us. Vilmar, it does a great job here. The food's good. It's clean. It's brand new. You have a little wine tasting if you want it. So
it's beautiful in here.
It's very nice here, and the people are very nice, and the staff is very good. So thank you very much for having us here. Try the Queen Restaurant. I think you'll make many trips back, either for lunch or for dinner. Well, we also have Sheena has a role in the city government now as a special events coordinator, and she came in jumping, and she started outdoor movies, correct?
Yes,
for the kids.
Yes,
free movies.
Yes, but I first started volunteering for since you've been in council,
right?
For the city events, and three of the very big events that I started doing for the city was the Jamil Demby Key to the City event. That was a beautiful event. Jamil Demby is a very nice gentleman and professional football player, and he was giving the key to the city because they won the 2021 We're in 23, so they won 2021 Super Bowl.
Right.
And then during that time, on that day, I was introduced to Isaiah Pacheco, and somebody said, "Hey, tomorrow is the draft for football, and we would like you to meet this young man because you might have to prepare something, another event for him." So they invited me to, I remember Eugene Medio and Jeff Medio, they invited me to the Eagles restaurant on Italia Avenue.
Double Eagle. Yeah.
Double Eagle. And that's
That
when
was the draft night.
That was the draft night. So soon a promise made and a promise kept. When I met Pacheco, I promised him I will do whatever I can to do a parade for you if you get drafted. So he got drafted. We did a parade for him.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then he won the Super Bowl.
Yes,
and we
did.
just did another parade for him on June this year, right? Was it June?
Yes.
Yeah. But before that, last year in September, we also did a recognition for another football player.
Lupi
Cone. So we did the Lupi Cone Way behind the Guiton Stadium, and we had a beautiful dinner at the Island, and then we also gave him the key to the city. And then once I got hired with the city of Vineland in January, the mayor asked me if I could put together movies under the stars. I never heard about that. So I said, "Mayor, what is that?" He says, "Well, I would like to have free movies for the people of Vineland." And so one thing led to another. I learned a lot. We bought a cinema-sized screen that the Department of Jimmy Neer, which used to be called Public Works and Grounds, and now it's called Maintenance. We all put it together in the summer, and we blow it up, and we buy the copyrights to movies in order to show them. If you don't have a copyright, you cannot show them in public. And they've been very successful.
Right.
And we have a lot of volunteers that come and do face painting during those movies. And I would like to thank all of the people that came out to view the movies, and also to all of our volunteers, Carmen Cordero, Jasmine, Carol, Annette, Pedro, my son Robin. And if I was to mention everybody, I didn't write anybody's name, but those are the people that are usually always with us. And so we tried showing as the last movie, Little Mermaid, but every time we did, it rained.
Well,
and
she was in the water all the time.
You know, we should have watched it anyway and wear umbrellas. And then we tried to show Top Gun, and every time we tried, it rained. And the last time we tried to show Top Gun, we had really bad weather. But Plan B will be doing it inside, and by the time you take the screen down and take all the equipment back, it'll take hours, because it usually takes us about at least 2 hours to set up. So it's very difficult. But maybe because we have such a good city council and mayor, maybe someday we can get a grant from the state and the federal government for the arts, and maybe an indoor events hall can be built. You never know. And that can become a family center, our theater for rain or shine. And
well, there's a possibility of, I'm sure everybody knows by now because it's been all over the place, that Sacred Heart is, the diocese has come to a number, and it looks like the city has agreed to it.
Yay!
And we're just waiting for the grant money to come in from the state.
Wow, yeah.
And we caught a break because actually the initial grant couldn't be used for a community center, but the next set of grant money could. So we actually applied for 2 different ones. And when that does come in, hopefully the city and the Diocese of Camden will settle, and Sacred Heart will eventually I won't say it's going to take some time because it's expensive.
Oh my God.
Will become a community center.
Wonderful, wonderful. And then I have a place to do my events.
And then that gymnasium is large enough for you to have indoor events.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
I only know that because when I was a kid in high school, we put on plays and we had over 800 people.
Wow.
So,
besides that, the city has done other events, the ones that your wife has done. And we had the event, even though we don't think it was a beautiful moment when it happened, 9/11, but when we did the ceremony to remember that day and to remember the people that passed away during that time or because of that, a lot of people came out to City Hall, and that made me feel so proud of the people of Vineland when I saw so many people for the event that Carlos Mercado put together.
It was a big event, unfortunately.
Even Lobiondo came out.
I couldn't make this year for I don't remember if I was sick or whatever because I didn't make it, and I always make 9/11.
You were probably overworked.
And the reality of it is I lost a cousin in the towers in 9/11.
I lost one of my best friends too.
That being said, it holds a big place in my heart to make sure that we never forget.
I lost his name. It was Eric Calderon, and he died.
And actually, his mother and father sponsored the Vineland Heroes car for the police, for community policing. They did the wrap on that car, so we bought the vehicle, and they had it wrapped and painted, so it shows.
And talking about the police, that trunk or treat.
Oh, trunk or treat's big.
I've never, ever in my life in Vineland seen such a large event. What a beautiful event. The families were happy. The kids were all dressed up. There were thousands and thousands of people.
And they moved it this year from Gatone Stadium.
Because they didn't have enough space, right?
They didn't have space, and they moved it to Vineland High School.
And now what are you going to do? They don't have enough space at the high school either because a lot of people couldn't even make it in.
I know.
That's because our police department does beautiful events. So does the Police Athletic League, and all of the Vineland organizations, the health department. It's like our city is getting better and better and better. So now I would like to talk about our next event from the special events, which is going to be the Barbie movie. Fortunately, everything is working very well. And unfortunately, for the people that wanted to come on Friday night, December 8th, you won't be able to because we're already totally booked to the max. That night we cannot take anybody else. We have every seat filled plus extra seats because we're going to have our volunteers and the city employee workers that are going to be there. And also we're almost filled for Saturday, December 9th. So I only have probably between 50 and 75 spots for the Saturday matinee, which is going to be Saturday, December 9th. So if you still want to go see Barbie movie, you still can, and you have to hurry up and email me at shsantiago@vinelandcity.org, or you can call 856-794-4000 extension 4169, and I can make the reservations for you. We're planning a lot of things at this event. We're going to decorate like a Barbie house inside. We're going to have a pink carpet. We're going to have vendors that are going to give out presents to all the people that are going to be there. We're going to have free raffles for Barbie dolls and other prizes. And we're going to have a lot of fun. And it's going to be very well organized thanks to all the volunteers that are going to work on that day and the city employees. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of people are going to come dressed in pink, even the guys. A lot of the guys are coming in pink.
I don't do pink.
I know some of the guys said that we don't do pink, but like you just said, But a lot of men said they're going to come with their wives and their children, and they're going to dress
Make it a
in
family
pink.
thing.
So that's the Barbie movie. So if you want more information about the Barbie movie, we're already filled for the Friday night showing, but for Saturday matinee, we still can take between 50 and 75 people because I haven't answered a bunch of messages I have, so I'm just assuming that it's between 50 and 75 more. We're not allowed to have more than the amount allowed by the fire department. So we're going to limit it to a certain amount. So if you want to go, please hurry up and get in touch with me. You can email me, shsantiago@vinelandcity.org, and I'll respond as soon as I see your email. Also, we're planning to do a karaoke competition next year. So if you have people in your life or yourself or you know somebody that can sing and would like to compete in a karaoke competition, you can do the same. You can call me at 856-794-4000 extension 4169, or you can email me at shsantiago@vinelandcity.org. And next year, when we start our...
Didn't you just have a wine tasting
Yes,
thing?
I was going to talk about that. We had a wine competition. And for those that participated, that we haven't called and told you if you won or lost, we're not allowed, the judges are not allowing us to say it until we have the medal award ceremony. So you will know soon. We will call you with a date for the award ceremony, and that's when you're going to know who won. We had like about 17 participants and 17 different, battles. And then now, after the fact, a lot of other people, like 20 people, call me that they want to participate, but it's over.
It's over.
And
You got to wait till next year.
Yeah, it's over, because one of the problems we have, not everybody has Facebook, not everybody reads internet. People were used to reading the newspaper.
We don't have one.
And we don't have one. And most of the people that like to make wine are our age. The 21-year-old, they don't. They
drink it.
Yeah. And so we're going to do it again next year. And next year we're looking at doing it a little bit different, because I didn't have experience on this, but it came out pretty good though. We're going to have our medals and we have our winners. I haven't even looked at who won yet, because
And we had that at North Italy, right?
we had it at the North Italy. And this next year, I would like to have it at a winery. We'll see.
You got to find a Vineland winery.
We don't have a Vineland winery. That's the problem. You got to build one. Why don't you build one?
Listen, I'm not a wine maker. I will drink wine.
Okay, yeah, me too. And next year, when we start the movies, we're gonna do a family festival, and everything is gonna be free during the festival. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have magicians. We're gonna have clowns. We're gonna have princesses. It's gonna be a family day, and we're gonna start it like at 4:00 in the afternoon on a Saturday, and then we finish at 8 and start our movie from 8 to 10.
All right, you want to take a real quick break and then we'll wrap it up?
Life puts a lot of demands on us. There's our jobs, those community and charity projects, our friends, and the demands of the family,
Happy birthday.
birthdays and homework, the upkeep and maintenance of our homes, cars, and possessions. Maybe it's time to really weigh out the things of greater importance, our relationship with God. Let us help you. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Complete Care has some big news to share with you.
We're here opening more locations and offering more services every day,
including our newest locations on Pearl Street in Bridgeton and High Street in Millville.
We're here with convenient, high quality, and accessible healthcare services all under one roof.
We're here, just a call or email away.
We're here to provide compassionate care for you and your family.
We're here and we're ready when you are.
Complete Care Health Network, ready when you are.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, Vineland.
It's time for Insight, an inside view of what's happening in South Jersey. Join your hosts Anthony Fanucci and Jim Quinn as QVC brings you Insight with Anthony and Jim.
Welcome back to Insight on Quinn Broadcasting. My guests tonight were Josie Spinelli and Sheena Santiago. Josie is the chairperson of the Old Fashioned Christmas, and Sheena is the special events coordinator for the city of Vineland. And we're talking about all the different things that are going on in the city. I know, Josie, you said you forgot something about your events.
Yes,
so go
I
ahead.
did. Very quickly, thank you.
Every time you forget something, you're supposed to ring that. I need that all day with me.
One of the things I forgot is that we actually have a merchants contest on the avenue to kind of coincide with the old-fashioned Christmas. And basically, Mr. Tanetta and Mr. Benson from City Hall, who are our solicitors, actually put up the money for this, came up with the idea, and basically they were hoping that our merchants would light up their stores, decorate their stores, to kind of go along with the spirit of Christmas. So basically that's happening this week. We have several merchants who have signed up. We could use more, so please sign up. Letters were given out explaining the contest to them, and the prize money is very good. So we would love everyone to kind of come out. First prize is $500.
Wow!
Yep.
Well, I'm going to open a store for a week.
There you go. And it goes on from there.
Yeah, I'm going to have can a pop-up store compete too?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I'm going to pop up a
Second
store.
prize, I think, is $300, and then the last prize is $250.
Wow, that's
so
amazing.
They have it.
And really, Ricky Tanetta really asked Josie to take that on with the event. And they said, and Mike Benson was here at the time. Unfortunately, we lost Mike because he's out in Arizona now, but he still put up money for it. Ricky they split half each, and they pay for the prizes for the event. So we thank them for doing that as well. And also, Josie's got some sponsors.
Yes, our main sponsor this year, thank the Lord, is South Jersey Glass and Door. And they came through with being our main sponsor, $2,500 sponsorship, and we thank them. We have no idea how appreciative we are of the fact that they did kind of step up and become our main sponsor. And we have other sponsors as well, which I'm going to actually try to highlight at the tree lighting as well. But I thank all our sponsors.
And some are annual sponsors that I know some of the banks sponsor, and some of the businesses
Newfield
sponsor, et cetera.
And Bay Atlantic.
And every year they
every year
sponsor.
without fail.
So
and David Scales, very generous.
David Scales, Allstate Insurance, Vineland Insurance Company. So again, the local people are taking an interest in the events that are going on. Hans Lampert with Brookfield Development, I think it's called.
Bobby DeSanto.
Bob DeSanto from Pepper, Santo, Roos.
Gruccio, Pepper,
DeSanto, and Roos.
Giovannizzi, Bonadonna, a lot of names. They had a lot of
we
lawyers.
thank them for helping out and making these events possible, because without money, nothing happens. And
unfortunately, we need money.
And these businesses and they've really stepped up to the plate and helped out. every year. So that being said, thank you very much from the city of Vineland and from the committee, etc. And I know you said you needed to thank
Yes,
somebody
I
as
would
well.
like to thank Priscilla Lee because I put an ad on Facebook to for someone to lend me a pink card so we can have it for the Barbie movie for the matinee for Saturday. And Priscilla Lee has a business on Landis Avenue. It's like a beauty business where they do your waxing, your facials, all of that. And she was so kind. Priscilla, thank you so much. And
She had a pink card.
she has a beautiful pink Mercedes.
Oh, there you go. Wow.
And she's going to let us use it. And I would like to thank our sponsors also because we do have sponsors as well. But I didn't come ready with list or names.
Yeah,
I don't
but
have my list in
in
front
the
of me
future, we will. So thank you for having me, Paul.
All right, and you know, one of the things that Vineland has always been criticized for is everybody gets on Facebook or Instagram or whatever they get on. There's nothing to do for
There's
the
so
kids.
much to do in Vineland.
There is so much to do.
We have a beautiful library.
in the city of Vineland. It's
We
getting
have the
renovated.
We have the Police Athletic League.
The Police Athletic League, the library, the Landis Theater does stuff with kids all the time. They had having a free concert this week.
The schools have a bunch of events for families and children.
So I mean, there's just
You have the Bay Atlantic Symphony.
The Bay Atlantic Symphony,
The
which
Cumberland County College has a lot of events too.
yes, they do, and actually they host the Bay Atlantic.
Yeah, but it
Symphony.
also depends what type of event you're looking for. Like the other day, I was talking with a lady, and she says, "Oh, there's not enough bars here to go bar hopping." Well, if that's what you call family fun,
that's not family.
you
fun.
know, that's not family
that's adult fun.
That's adult fun,
and that's
exactly.
okay. And if that's really what you want to do, and you don't think there's enough, go to Atlantic City. There's plenty.
Yeah, exactly.
The reality of it really is that in this administration, in our attempt to bring things to Vineland, and one as we just spoke about, the attempt to try to get the Sacred Heart High School property, etc., to build a community center that would also help senior citizens as well as our youth.
Wow, that's wonderful.
And things of that nature. And so, I mean, there's a lot that could happen in that if it happens.
It will happen.
And it will happen. We think.
Knowing you and the council and the mayor, you will make it happen.
You know,
look what you did with City Hall. It looks beautiful.
Exactly. And now you
look at the new police department. Look at the new fire hall.
Right.
Vineland is growing and beautiful in a very positive way.
And now you have the Ruga project,
Maybe an ice
which
skating rink.
It could be. You don't know.
The Ruga project.
The Ruga project is gigantic.
That football. I mean, not football. I mean, maybe someday football. Golf. Yeah.
You know, the golf course, and
with
that's going to be.
Tiger Woods.
Now you're going to have the axe throwing place that's being done in the old Avalon.
And there's so many jobs
flooring.
in Vineland.
So you have that coming, and that has both an arcade and things of that nature. So we're bringing that in. And there's another sporting facility coming in around on College Lane at the hospital. They're building, and they have great sports events that are coming in there. And that's going to be as big, I think, as the Ruga issue.
And we have a lot of little leagues and football leagues and basketball leagues. Vineland has everything positive. We have it.
So I mean, there are things to do, and you know, the Boys and Girls Club does stuff. You have Big Sisters and Big Brothers doing. The PAL does things.
The recreation department does.
The recreation department does things. I mean, they have the Easter egg hunt and all other kinds of stuff. I think Sheena did an Easter parade.
We did a beautiful Easter parade. The kids love them. We're doing it again this year. And then they go Easter egg hunting at the same time at Jampitro Park. It was beautiful.
So, I mean, there are a lot of events coming up.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot more coming in the future.
Just keep in touch with the Vineland City Facebook page.
That, and you can go, now we have the Vineland app.
You can download it on your phone.
You can download it on your phone, and the app has a calendar, and it has all the Vineland events on it.
Yes, everything that's happening.
There's a way to stay in the know of what's going on in the city of Vineland.
And if you don't know, you call Josie, Sheena, or Paul.
Yeah. Paul gets a lot of phone calls. I'm sure Josie gets them. I'm sure
If you want to know what's going on, call us. You can call the mayor's office. Alona,
and
she's
Alona,
really
she
nice.
has the calendar.
Yes, Alona can help you.
You know,
So,
most
yeah.
anybody is willing to
Yes.
give you the information you need to find out what's going on.
You can even call Ricky Tonera. He's the city solicitor, but he'll tell you about events because he adores Vineland.
I mean, you know, Recreation Commission, you know, Dale Elbuff, he knows the events that are going on in the
Yes.
city and the sports leagues and things of
Yes.
that nature. You know, we have 2 football leagues, et cetera. So there's a lot of stuff that really
Yes.
there is to do.
Yeah.
You have to go find it, and you have to make a decision what you want your kids to be involved.
Yeah, there's so many things to do for children that right now I wish I was a child.
And one of the things, you know, believe it or not, the Bay Atlantic Symphony is a diamond in the rough here that we really don't talk a lot about in Cumberland County. But they do have their concerts both here and at Stockton. And they
And
also,
here, where do they have them
at
here?
the Guarcini Center at the County College.
Oh, wow.
And
They have their Christmas concert December 9th and December 10th.
all right, and that's at Rowan, Cumberland County, which is the county college.
And that's also besides all the other events that our churches, our
And
local
that's right,
churches have,
exactly.
our local organizations have, because the non-profit organizations, a lot of them have events throughout the year also.
And while I'm thinking about it, you know, don't overlook it. Thanksgiving's coming, and I know the Salvation Army runs a big Thanksgiving turkey drive. So if you can donate turkeys, I think last year they fed almost 1,000 families,
Yes.
I believe. So that being said, those are the types of things that are actually going on in Vineland.
And if I can mention Rotary, we're having Disco Ball number 2.
When is that?
That's
Kind
going-
of like that.
Yeah,
When?
we're going to have it January 26th,
Where?
I believe, at the Savoy.
And I can dance my disco, Travolta.
Oh, yes.
And
Oh, yeah. It's
you can
it's
keep up.
Saturday night
It's the
dance.
70s
If you
and,
can keep up.
and
Oh, I
80s.
can. Trust me, that's my kind of
And
dance.
we even have an impersonator coming, impersonating
At what
Donna
time?
Summer.
Yeah, what time is going to be?
Probably 6:30 till
And where
whatever.
can I get the tickets?
From me?
From Josie
And I
or
can
from
dance?
Rotary. And
Yeah,
you're
of
allowed
course.
to dance.
And you were allowed to dance?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Why
want.
would you allowed to dance?
I danced all last year, the whole time. I never sat down.
He was all dressed
You?
up.
I was
Yeah.
dressed up.
Had a wig and
on,
everything.
I had everything.
Oh, you have to get dressed up like
Yeah,
the
you get a
like what,
disco.
like the 70s?
70s, 80s.
70s or 80s.
I love it, and I have plenty of clothes.
Nikki G is going to be spinning.
Nikki
DJ.
G is
Yeah.
going to be
Nikki G is the
spinning.
disc jockey, yes.
Wow!
So,
we're ready to go.
there's,
Yep.
again,
I want a
another
ticket.
event. So,
So my friends that heard that, please let me know how many of you want to go, so I can reserve with Josie. Let's go dance at John Travolta's Saturday Night
There you
Live.
go.
Remember?
That's right, yeah.
Evelyn Santos, call me.
last year we had a Michael Jackson impersonator. The kid
Marisol Ruiz, call me.
was unbelievable. And I had to get behind him, and I was doing the monster dance that he
Wow,
does.
Paul,
Could
I'm
not
not-
keep up. Could not keep up with him.
And I would love to see you dancing with Josie all night long.
Josie doesn't dance all night
She's
long
busy,
anymore.
right? She's
But
busy
Paul
with the
dances.
event because Josie is working and you're dancing.
That's
Well,
exactly right.
That's
So I think that kind of does it for
I
us.
can just imagine you dancing like John Travolta.
Well, I
I'll
try.
take plenty of pictures.
I'm not good anymore. I used to be good when I
Or
was younger.
Swayze, what was his name?
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at Insight. We hope that you've gotten some insight on all the different events that Vineland's having, both in the past and present and coming up in the future. And we thank you, and please remember to support all our sponsors.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and have a great night.
We
Thanks,
love you.
ladies, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.